Hi there folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to our channel. I'll be doing two episodes today. I am taking a little bit shortcut in a way that I'm not doing list tonight. Perhaps tomorrow I'll do. I have actually made up my mind on doing a list tomorrow, right? So wait for that one if you are, looking for that kind of video. But today I have two comparison videos which I haven't done in a long time. Like this kind of videos, I get the ideas from my subscribers, friends, fellow frag heads. So one of the videos, the first one is gonna be idea from one of our community members. Sadly, I forgot, because few days back, one of the brothers commented, I think, under my post, Brother Joy, could you review or compare these two clones of very popular fragrance called Dior Sauvage? Okay, so the fragrances, as you can see from title, are gonna be these two. Same house, Armaf Ventana versus the Pride. And these fragrances I reviewed some 4 years back. So I'm going to take my sweet time. It's going to bring back a lot of memories. And both the bottles are actually nearing the end. I just kept them for memory's sake. So hopefully you're doing good. And if this video is not really like beneficial to you, or you think this is not important, because at this point you get a lot of Dior Sauvage clone, lots and lots, because Dior Sauvage is a top seller. So every single company, even the designer houses, they made their own version, like Coach for men, similar, Dylan Blue, not same but similar genre, then Prada, Luna Rossa, Carbon, you name, there are like tons of them out there. So every single house they try to cash in on this one. Al Rehab, I think Latafa did, Armaf already, I think if they have more than these two, I don't remember, perhaps they have. So Armaf like to do clone of the same fragrance like few times under different name, different bottles. So that's a different discussion. So if these two fragrances are under your radar, that you ever wanted to buy them or try them, or you want to feel see which one is a better value for money, smells better, longevity, I'll break them down in depth. Okay. Another thing is Armaf basically was once my most favorite house. Like I started off doing a lot of Armaf reviews. Armaf, Rasasi, Mansera, these three houses, I think I've covered the most number of reviews like in my channel. And the thing is, like this particular comparison video, there are many other reviewers who did it. Please check their links out or their videos out. Okay, so first of all, let's go from Dior Sauvage, this point. Okay, and this is a fragrance, like most of the reviewers nowadays, you will see them doing a video like, is the most hated fragrance in the community, why is it? Like this one still gets viewed. Okay, so since its release of 2015, this perfume was never really like a big hit. Okay, among frag heads. Okay, how to say, like when I bought this one in 2016, I did not like it. Like I did not find that interesting. I found it very simple. I liked Bleu de Chanel more, and I didn't feel this fragrance was worth Dior's name because it was so simple and it doesn't do anything creative. But in time, I grew to love it because of the performance, the compliments, it, the versatility. Like any occasion you can wear it. So in a way, like Dior Sauvage is a one-stop solution for all your fragrance needs. Okay, so if you're looking to wear something in winter or summer, you can wear this. If you want to wear daytime, nighttime, casual, official, gym, sports, Dior Sauvage can be a go-to guy. And then Johnny Depp's face behind it. So one thing, it's not everybody's cup of tea is the price tag of Dior Sauvage. Even the designer releases of Dior's are very expensive nowadays. These are in Bangladesh being sold for over $100, easily over $120 for 100 ml. So I have like a 200 ml. This is my fifth or sixth bottle because I do have a Decant page, and believe it or not, this is one of my top sellers, in my Decant page. So this is pretty popular in Bangladesh. If people cannot buy a full bottle, they buy a decant of it. But then there are many people who want like an alternative, like to Dior Sauvage, for more like a affordable price tag and a lot more juice, like 100 ml, and I think there are certain houses they do that, like Armaf. So basically Dior Sauvage is that blue, kind of like a pink pepper, ambroxan kind of fragrance. And the thing is, like I sometimes get bored of it, but then I reach for it. It's a kind of like that kind of a relationship with this perfume. But I think this is one of my best fragrances when it comes to, if you can rely on a perfume, this fragrance I can rely on it. I love this perfume. Okay, so now let's start with Ventana. This one right here, I have it on the paper. Dry down reached already, but I got this bottle like I think 4 years, 5 years back. I don't remember. I think at least 4 years back. So that would be like 2018, I guess. Yeah, 19, 20, yeah, around 18-ish, I think. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. So when I got this, there are a few reviewers who reviewed it. I think got already some dust as well. I wiped it, but you see, it got some dust in it. So I haven't used it in many years, maybe 3-4 years I haven't used it. The bottle looks like kind of like a cage or something. Something looks like a, I don't know, bondage or something. I don't know what you call that, but it looks like the bottle is kind of like imprisoned, like inside the cage. And this whole thing is plastic, and there's some sort of suede leather, like a artificial leather sort of wrap around the name here, Ventana. And base, you find your sticker and everything. When was this manufactured? This is 2017 version. I don't know. This is called this EDP concentration as well. So did not ever like this bottle design that much because it's not that heavy. It doesn't give the premium vibe. Even the atomizer is kind of like on the cheaper side. This whole thing is plastic. Okay, so I'm breaking it down for you for what to expect if you're spending, like, I don't know how much these are now. When I got these were like $22, $25, and nowadays I think, I don't, maybe price went up a little bit. The Pride one is more expensive. So this one, the packaging is like this, 100 ml EDP. Okay, and the sprayer, let me show you how the sprayer works, and then we'll compare to the Pride one. And then Armaf actually started putting their logo or the name with these atomizers. These atomizers are better than the older. The first batches of Armaf sprayers were some of the most horrible ones. They didn't want to spray CD name, you name it, tag him. Some of the worst sprayers, like their juices were good, long lasting, but the sprayers had issues. So this sprayer is good, really nice smooth spray, very pinpoint. So even though I don't like the bottle, I like the sprayer. So let me tell you what I got. I think this one gone a little bit alcoholic up top. I think I have about this much juice left or something, like 10 ml or 12. So yeah, the alcohol is gone now. So this one, it's a little bit synthetic opening. Okay, this one has the citrus, and this and Pride are very close. Okay, but there are some differences which I'm going to tell. This one opens up like a little bit synthetic, like the Ambroxan-ish vibe, but I think it's just alcohol that gives that vibe, that it's sort of metallic, hits the nose. If you have like cold or something, it will bother your nose. So I suggest when you spray this, do not immediately sniff it from your skin. Give it some time, let that alcohol wear off. Okay, so after 10-15 seconds or 20 seconds, this fragrance starts smelling like Dior Sauvage a lot. This one, it's lemon, citrus, Ambroxan, less blue, more citrusy version. You can see a little bit hint of green somewhere. Fresh, very fresh, metallic, cooling kind of a fragrance. And this one does smell like Dior Sauvage on the dry down, the EDT version especially. So this one, the longevity of this perfume was actually not that great. I remember this one lasted like 3 hours to 4 tops with 1 hour of projection, perhaps even less than 1 hour. But for the price that what you got in the synthetic opening, not 100% clone of Dior Sauvage, it has its own smell, the lemony, like citrus. This one, it's like, you can say nowadays, if you have Dior Sauvage very cool spray, this is close to that. Okay, and value wise, this fragrance is a good proposition. You can give it to your friends, or you can give it to someone, like for birthday if you're on budget. So this is a good alternative Dior Sauvage. It smells good. If people do not know what this one is clone of, people like it in summer days, like warmer setup. It's a good fragrance, but some people may say this smells a little bit synthetic. Okay, that's one downside of this perfume. Second thing, they may say the bottle looks kind of tacky and not their favorite looking bottle. Like designer bottles can be much nicer. This one, it feels like cheap, it looks cheap, and it is cheap, right? So all things considered, this is not a bad release, but I would not say this is the best alternative to Dior Sauvage. But the dry down smells pretty close to Dior Sauvage's dry down. Okay, so overall the rating for this one, I would give it 7 out of 10. Okay, Armaf Ventana. So let's see what you get in Pride. Okay, Pride one, I had the box. I have reviewed both. Check out my in-depth review. I don't have the boxes anymore with me. But the Pride one I saw in one shop. I think it just came out that time. It was $35 or something. I think it was I forget the name all the time. There's like, we have a shopping mall called Boshundara City, and the underground there's a shopping mall. I always forget. Is it Hanifa? I always forget. Like a Middle Eastern name. So they used to have a lot of Armafs there. So I bought it during that time, and the bottle looked really, really nice. Nowadays you can find it in Bangladesh. You can find it in Unimart, here and there, some other shops. This is available, but I think the prices have gone high. Okay, this is gonna cost you a little bit more money than Armaf Ventana. Back in the days, this used to cost $15 more. So let's say $10 more. So that's actually more expensive. But if you see the presentation box, this is much more premium, and this feels heavy, and the bottle looks pretty nice actually. Okay, it looks really, really nice, and I have seen some Middle Eastern houses having this kind of bottle, but I think Armaf is the one who started it. Really good quality cap, but one problem I'll show you. And base looks like this. So this one, I cannot read which batch this is, but I think just same batch like Ventana 2017-18. So this one, I had an issue with the cap, like this upper part, some of the build quality is sometimes bad. The cap is very heavy, very, very heavy cap, solid cap, okay? But this above part used to come off with that cap, okay? It used to get stuck. So if I put it like really, really hard, it may come off. Then it will look really nasty with the sprayer. But naturally they look like this. There's one for women as well, okay? So yeah, this is, I think I have about not much left, maybe less than 10 mil left. The dry down is here. Let's spray this, okay? This is much nicer actually, okay? So the sprayer also is good in this one. Overall, if you ask me about the presentation, like which one I feel is a better looking presentation, is definitely this, but you can do whatever you like. But you have to pay more money to get this. So is it worth the money? Ultimate question, is this better than Armaf Ventana, or is it a good alternative to Dior Sauvage? So when you spray this is a lot more creamier, less synthetic, less alcoholic. It feels like more premium version of the out of the two. Let me just put it back because I'm not going to open it again, right? And the thing is, longevity of this stuff is double the time of Armaf Ventana. It stays. This is, I think, also EDP, but this is true EDP. The Ventana one is more like EDT, EDC. So the performance is better in this one, presentation better, even the opening is better. And the thing is, this one, it's sweeter. It's like Dior Sauvage EDP and EDT, somewhere in between. And the thing is, the sweetness makes it really, really worth it. It's like less annoying version of Dior Sauvage. And I did say in my video, if I'm not mistaken, that I like this sometimes more than Dior Sauvage because this one has the creamy. What do I mean by creamy? It's like, it feels like a little bit more tonka bean, perhaps, like sweeter than Dior Sauvage. So this one still has that freshness of Dior Sauvage. You can smell the blue DNA, but less ambroxan, less pepper, and more sweet and creamy. So overall, this one doesn't beat Dior Sauvage in performance, but it definitely beats Armaf Ventana. So in my humble opinion, out of the two that I showed you today, when I smell it, I think you can get both, either one. I'm not saying you get both. You can get either one. You're not gonna get bad deal. For the price, Armaf Ventana is fine. But if you want a better fragrance, more premium, which is closer to Dior Sauvage, smells nice, longer lasting, the Pride I would definitely suggest. So out of the two, my pick is the Pride easily, even though the price tag is $10 more, but I think it's worth it. But you can also look at some of the other alternatives. You can also buy the real thing if your money is not an issue. I would say always remember, original is always original, no matter how many people, how many companies they do a clone or inspired version. You'll always feel the originator deserves the credit, okay? So Dior Sauvage for me is much better than those two, but also much higher price tag. But if your money is not an issue, get Dior Sauvage instead, okay? Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Pride of Armaf is the winner here. Let's do one more video, then I'll upload this. Good night.